Hi, I'm Alex Fortey and welcome to the Art of Simple Golf. Today we're going to cover putting. Now I'm not going to get into too much technique here. I'm just going to give you some really important yet simple principles and tips that you can use not only on the stroke but how you actually improve your skills on the putting green to cut your scores and hole more putts. One of the skills I want you to realize is that 65% of you in some studies have shown that you under-read putts, 65% of the time. And this is pretty much all of you. So as just a general rule, try allowing a lot more break into your putts. Try and see it diving into the hole, coming in from the side a lot more. Because we've got a left to right break here. A lot of you would, because you're trying to hole it, you'll go a lot more, a little bit too straight at the hole, and you got to hit it firm to get it in there. But I want you to realize that there is actually quite a lot of break on this. Okay, there is quite a lot of break. So we want it just to be dying in. So make sure that you've got a nice amount of break just to let those putts kind of, I know I didn't hole it there, but that's a much safer way to realize how putts are dropping. No matter from where you're at, allow a lot more break than you're currently doing. Try it and see how that helps you. Okay, so we're talking about distance reading now. This is a skill that a lot of you will get wrong. You'll often be too short or not giving enough break, so you have to hit it too hard. So a little simple drill I want you to try is stand alongside a putt like we have here, and I want you to just hold your putter out. So you can do this with your arms, but I want you to point the putter at the ball directly. So then we've got the putter at the ball directly, so we're pointing this way, and then I want you to just almost like draw the line about the putt that you want to hit into the hole. So that we're just going to do that a few times, and that's going to actually sort of feel like, I'm going to hold this putt. And that sensation is where we're going to feel. And that gives us like a better perception of that distance control. So now I've kind of got that feel in my mind, and I'm trying to now just to feel that same kind of distance that I was drawing with the putter, just to be able to get that right distance control. Now, obviously I hold that, it's great. I mean, I could have easily missed it, so don't be too impressed that I hold that every time, but just try that, especially on longer putts. Draw your line just for a bit of distance control, because it's kind of like reminding your brain what you're trying to accomplish and to get the right feel. So give that a shot. Distance control that we've covered before. A wonderful drill to feel it is just with the right arm. This is actually really good to do before you start out and play, but being able to control the distance, staying connected just with the right arm. You can put it behind you or just supporting the shoulder like this is really good. Now, Andy Gorman, our guy, is, he's a big advocate of this and he told us about it, but I want to show you that it's very important just to practice this. So I'm going to build up some different distances here, just feeling the right arm. It's hanging nice and loose, but I'm just taking the stroke there. So there's nothing exciting about that, is there? But I'm going to make sure now that I'm going to go about 10 feet past that. So I'm going to keep putting it a little bit further just to get the better distance, just to get that little bit of distance. And now I'm going to try and get one that goes a lot further. So I'm moving back, going a lot further, but the same sort of distance control and the same feel, just so I can get that distance control. And that's what's going to help me out on the golf course. So when you pace yourself like that, you can feel that really with this right arm, feeling the weight, feeling the chest moving is going to give you that control that you are after. Okay, the next tip I want to give you is, we cover it in the long game and full shots, where it's very important for you to have an intermediate point, a strategy, an intermediate point, and setup, match your setup to those things. Now, putting is the same, because actually every putt you hit is a straight putt, or at least ideally you want to be hitting it straight. It's just how much it turns, how much it goes up or down. That's it. So, but we're still always hitting the same putt. So the better you get at hitting over your intermediate point, one, it sort of helps your focus somewhat, but it helps you follow the simple process. So we have this hole here. Now, if I come down to the ball, I'm looking at my line. I've got, you know, there's a bit of a break on there. It's about 1.5 feet to the left. So I'm drawing a line all the way back to an intermediate point, which is about this little speck here. So all I'm going to do is line up my marker on my golf ball over this little mark, which is going to be my intermediate point. So I'm going to do that there, just a little mark in the ground, so maybe you can see that. Now that might affect the putt a little bit, but it doesn't really matter today. So I'm going to make sure that I putt over that intermediate point with the correct distance. That's all I'm really thinking about. I'm thinking about the ball dropping in the hole, but making sure that my takeaway and my putt goes over that intermediate point. Now, I was a little bit shy on the weight there, but I did actually hit exactly my intermediate point. So follow the simple process, even on putts, and you will be more consistent, especially on distance and, you know, accuracy. This final one is about visualization, that you can very quickly, you know, get an idea for the break. And I do believe Lauren Roberts used to use this, but we're looking at a clock face on the ground here that we're hoping that will give you a very quick visual about what time on the clock face the putt is going to drop from. So I'm going to show you one from this angle first. So as I quickly look at this, from here we can see the clock face. Now from this angle, very quickly, I want to be dropping it in from, you know, this is 6 o'clock, this is 12 o'clock. I want to be coming in about 7 o'clock. So that's where I want the ball to be dying and fading in. So as I, you know, set up to it, as long as I've got my intermediate point over that point there, okay, there's a little precise, and I'm just really seeing that putt drop in from the, you know, 7 o'clock range. Now I hit that a little bit too hard, but that was the idea of the visual. So we have one more angle here. There is not much break on this putt, but I still want to visualize the clock face and feel like I'm coming in at 6 o'clock, just edging towards 5 o'clock. So I make sure that my line is there. I'm going to just try and drop in on the right edge. That's pretty much the feel that I'm going to try and have. And it just teetered in on that right edge there. So imagine that clock face. It should give you a good sensation about what, you know, time you want to come and hit in on. Obviously it's not going to be 1 or 2 o'clock, but that should really help. Now you've got a few skill developments there to go over. Rewatch them, use 1 or 2 of them, focus on them, but I guarantee that they will give you, you know, better scores and become hopefully a much better putter on the greens. Thanks. Well, I hope you enjoyed those short game lessons. Please like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, just leave them below. We love answering and filming stuff just for you. Now, if you want a great series of lessons to really transform your golf game, all you have to do is click the link below and go to theartofsimplegolf.com/free, and we will take your game to the next level immediately. And it is with simple tips that work. No matter where you're at now, I assure you, we're going to be able to improve your golf game. I can't wait to see you on